Do you see now the difference in our power?
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you for all the support over the last year. I really do appreciate it. I get myself into a lot of trouble. I do a lot of things that's silly. In hindsight, it's not as funny, but you guys still support me anyways. I appreciate it. Season 2 was rough. First 2 years of Tekken 8 was rough. For those of you who don't know, 24 hours ago, at the time of recording, Tekken 8 just crossed its 2-year anniversary. When I made this announcement on Twitter, it was interesting to see that so many people were just talking about how upset they are. This is the top most liked tweet, and it basically says the start of the game, having a great time, smiling, laughing. By the end of season 2, no more fun. There was a lot of hope. There was a lot of anticipation that they would fix the game. But then with season 2, here's some more artwork. You can see that they kind of just doubled down. And it took one of the biggest backlash of the year 2025 to somehow get these guys back on track. Now, I made a video yesterday where I was talking about how Bandai Namco seems to be moving in the right direction, and I'm very happy for that. I'll show you guys some more artwork quickly. This comes from the people who make art for the game Tekken itself. They're kind of just hyping up and celebrating the 2-year anniversary, and I think it's really cool just to see artwork like this, especially when it has all of the characters a part of it. Now, as for the official Tekken Twitter, they say this: the arena is nothing without its fighters. Thank you for 2 incredible years of Tekken 8. We are just getting started. And then once again, you have some artwork to go along with it. One thing that I've been trying to tell people over and over and over again is, for me, season 3 is already confirmed. The guys who make balance patches for the start of seasons, those guys was replaced after they ruined season 2. Now, why would you replace the balancing team if you're not going to do at least one balancing? So that alone shows that them replacing the team means that they're going to do more work. But then also, Harada said that Miguel and Kunimitsu were very likely to show up to Tekken 8. Why would you make a statement like that if you're not going to have a season 3 where you add more characters? Another thing that happened with Harada is when he retired, the official Tekken Twitter said that, don't worry guys, we're still supporting the game and more stuff is coming soon. And then even here today, when they're talking about the season 2, you can see that they're saying that they're just getting started. So with just all of these little quotes and ideas and things happening, it kind of alludes and shows that there's more coming with season 3. Now, the Tekken World Tour Finals is in a couple of days. We'll talk about what's going to happen there. But first, we have this tweet from Nakatsu where he says, today marks the 2nd anniversary of the release of Tekken 8. To all the fans around the world, thank you so much for always playing. Another thing that the game is doing to celebrate the 2-year anniversary is they're adding holo art to the game. You can go into the settings and you can get this free like a character banner. They did the same thing on the year 1. They do the same thing from time to time to celebrate like the 30th anniversary. So if you guys are interested, this is limited time, free. As you can see with Lydia or with Frana, you can see the 2nd anniversary at the top, right? So that's something else they're doing to celebrate the 2-year anniversary of the game. Go get it before they remove it and take it out the game. Now, as for tournaments, CEO just announced their registration is live, and they also announced the lineup for their games. And you can see it's their largest lineup ever. So many fighting games are in circulation. So many fighting games are going to be cooking, and you will get a lot of that as CEO. But before then, Tekken World Tour Finals, 3 days away. This is going to be very, very big. The first thing that I think you guys need to know is that for Harada will be there live in person, and he will be signing whatever item you bring. One person, one item is what they say. He will be doing a meet and greet there. You guys know that he retired from Tekken, and this here will be his final moment talking with the players and interacting with the players. I'm not sure whether or not he'll go up on stage. They only give these 2 days here where he will be doing something like a meet and greet type. But if I know Tekken, if I know Harada, at some point in time, he will go up on stage and just kind of give a final statement to everyone. But after that, who knows when the next time we'll see Harada, talk about Harada. We really are closing the chapter with this one. As for the LCQ, they finally have the brackets confirmed. And you can see all of these names, 511 people showing up to the bracket, and there's going to be a lot of people trying to get in there. I could see a Falcons player there. I could see a Pakistani there. I could see Anakin, Kaisuke, Kudan, Super Akuma. There's a lot of names here. Ayo, Richie. There's a lot of names. Another Pakistani, Kane Trench, Poke Chop Khan. This bracket is going to be magnificent. The LCQ is always one of the best tournaments of the year because so many people are showing up and are trying to perform on that one day, that one tournament. That's all you need to do is win one tournament and you could get into the finals. It's a bloodbath, and I love it. Another breakout success that we had throughout Tekken 8 was this player here, Nia TK. For those of you who don't know, this is a 15-year-old girl who beat one of the best EU players, I believe at EVO France. And as a result, this person's name reached far and wide. And one of the end results of that is a sponsorship here from Vitality. I believe they also sponsored John Dings. Maybe they don't sponsor him anymore, but this is a huge sponsor nonetheless. I know a lot of NA players were salty because they really don't get that kind of sponsorships, right? You have so many good NA players who wants to travel, who wants to compete, but so many of the sponsors just keep going to EU. And no one can really explain why EU gets all the sponsors and NA doesn't. Now, as for the cheating situation, Zane says they're not going to address cheating at all. And a lot of people feel that they're not going to address it because it's so close to the Tekken World Tour finals and they would have to do so much to get people out of there. A lot of people say that they should do the right thing if they have evidence. What I will say is that for the player Roth, Bandai Namco was posting all the players one by one and celebrating them. For whatever reason, Bandai Namco deleted the post where they were celebrating him. They did not explain why they did this. They did not say anything. I know there was a lot of allegations against Roth and, maybe him or his organization cheating, allegedly. Now, as for the other people who was accused of doing things, Noel, no statement about him, no acknowledgement of him for Bandai Namco and what he allegedly did. And as for Alidar had a lot of allegations against him, rigging tournaments. People has been reporting him for allegedly rigging tournaments for multiple years now. And this final year, players were kind of sick of it and they were making the biggest noise possible. And I made a couple of videos as well. Two of my videos, Alidar or someone connected to him tried to take down personally. So you can see that not only is the guy allegedly cheating, but he's also abusing YouTube's privacy policy, which is supposed to be there to protect people who are actually being targeted by YouTubers and their personal information is being thrown out there. But with Alidar, he is an athlete participating in a public tournament event and he is cheating allegedly. And people are trying to expose him, and he is trying to do everything to silence them, even abusing YouTube's moderation tools. All in all, I think this Tekken World Tour Finals is going to be a very interesting event. I'm sure they will do announcements there. They always have, even if it was a small teaser for what comes next. With how silent they have been and how players are clamoring for any type of news. With Harada leaving, there's so many things that we don't know. There's so many things that we want to know. There's so many things to look forward to. Me personally, my spirit is high going into this Tekken World Tour Finals, and I'm looking for the developers to deliver very great news. I believe in them. I have faith in them. I think they just went a little too far, but the players did their best and tried their best to bring them back. Now it's time to sit back and see what they have to offer. I will report on and make videos about anything and everything that is revealed here. So just stay tuned, subscribe, like, but that's it. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and bye-bye.